For nearly 2 decades, the American West has been stricken by a dry spell so severe that it ranks among the worst droughts of the past 1,200 years. CBS's John Blackstone reports in today's Eye on Earth, there is no relief in sight.
Springtime is when reservoirs across the American West should be full. This year, as in many years past, they are not.
Lake Mead and Lake Powell, the big reservoirs in the Colorado River, have these big white bathtub rings around them, marks left as the water declines.
John Fleck is author of Water is for Fighting Over.
There's less water in the system now than there was 20 and 30 years ago.
What is happening in the West, a new study says, is not just a drought, it's a megadrought. It's a pretty dramatic term, megadrought.
If they go back in time 500 years or so, there were these phenomenal droughts in terms of both severity and in terms of length.
Park Williams is lead scientist on research that used tree ring evidence to study megadroughts centuries ago that lasted as long as 40 years.
And until recently, those droughts have always been spoken about with almost a mythical type character.
There is one difference between those megadroughts and this one.
And what we're seeing today is a combination of natural climate variability as well as human-caused climate change. So without human-caused climate change, we'd still have a drought, but it wouldn't be as serious as the one that we've actually seen.
In the mountains above Boise, Idaho, scientist Hans-Peter Marshall is working to develop better ways to determine how much water there is in the snowpack.
With that increase in temperature, we're starting to see snowpacks melting earlier as well. So it's becoming more challenging for us to not only predict how much water is going to enter our reservoirs, but also the ability to store that water all the way through the end of the summer for agriculture and water resource purposes.
Planning water use will become even more crucial if indeed the West is in the midst of a mega drought that could last another 20 years or more. John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.